Hello everyone, and welcome to Sane Minds. So Trump has signed an order that could lead to curbs on the foreign workers in the science, medical, and technology sectors. It is the H-1B visas program that he is signing an order to try and have a review of to see what they can do better in it. Many companies use the H-1B visa program to get cheap labor from other countries, third world countries, and replace American workers instead. Now, what H-1B is supposed to do is when there is not American skill here, then they are supposed to use the H-1B visa program to get that high skill labor from another country. Only when that was at least the intended idea. Only when they cannot find an American equivalent. Now, what has been going on though, and is nearly as 80% of cases, a statistic cited by Tucker on his show recently, that many of the companies that use the H-1B program are using it to get cheaper labor from these countries. They're not taking the people and paying them what an equivalent American salary would be for that job, or the average in the field. They are paying them well below the average. So in effect, they are pricing down these different fields by, the job. People are only going to pay a certain price if they have to. And with the H-1B program, this is a legal loophole for them to come in and pay these people below the industry standards wages. So they're pricing out Americans in that way. And this is what Trump is talking out against. And of course, the left has to frame it in a way that it's just Trump attacking foreigners. Like it says in the article here, many of the, technology companies that are created were helped in large part by these H-1B visa program holders and, immigrants from before the program even existed. So, and of course, that's not what Trump's talking about. He even says that we need these high-skilled labor people from these countries, but that it should never replace an American. It should never take a job or take food off the table for Americans here. That is the point. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, other countries take their own interests first. I mean, I've said it before, you make sure that you pay your own bills before you pay your neighbors. Your lights are on in the house before your neighbors, right? Let's all be honest. It makes sense. We take care of our own first. That's where the unit has to start. And the country being the biggest unit by far. I mean, we're not responsible for everyone else's problems in the world. We just couldn't be. It's impossible. So, I agree with Trump on this. I agree that we need a review of this. I think that he could have hit harder with it. I mean, the program honestly needs to be scrutinized to a much greater effect, or scrapped altogether. I mean, I feel that the Americans can be trained for these jobs if they think that the jobs are going to exist for the pay that they need it to when they take that position. But if there's these foreign workers coming in that will take the position for, a third less or something like that, then what are they going to do? No one's going to want to take the time and invest the money to go to school for these jobs. This is why you will have a lack of skilled candidates, and why they say, we need it from all these other places. I mean, is India doing something that's turning out geniuses compared to the United States? I seriously doubt it. So this is where most of it's bullshit. These companies just want cheap labor like anything else. And this is their way of doing it in the so-called skilled sectors. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit about why the H-1B visa is honestly trash, and why Trump is moving in the right directions with this. But if you would like some new content, just go ahead and like and subscribe, and I appreciate it as always.